Hello everyone, it's Mitch from Shockmails News, where we take the news that was too long and you didn't read and give it to you straight. Froggy Fresh has shown that iDubbbz lied about not wanting to take him to court to return $15,000 that he was given for training in Creator Clash 2, and if he didn't lie, then he's been a bit misleading. But before we get into that, the summarized backstory for those that don't know. Creator Clash 2 was a boxing event on April 15 that was run by iDubbbz and his wife Anissa to raise money for charity. Froggy Fresh was due to fight Chris Raygun and had been training with fellow YouTuber boxer Sam Hyde.
I'm coming to kill you!
Froggy and Chris had been exchanging in friendly banter over Twitter videos to promote the fight, and in one, Froggy said that if he loses he would subscribe to Anissa's OnlyFans. Anissa's mum took issues with this and started Twitter beef with Froggy. She writes, "He wouldn't have the fight if not for her, that's why, numbnuts." And Froggy Fresh quote retweets, "Maureen iDubbbz hit me up to beat up your daughter's boyfriend, lol." Anissa's mum's Twitter has since been deleted. Shortly after this exchange, on March 25th at 8:22 PM Eastern, Creator Clash announced that Froggy was pulled from the event, citing his behavior, without specifying exactly what that behavior was. The community speculated it was because Froggy made the joke about subscribing to Anissa's OnlyFans and Twitter fight with Anissa's mum, and that Anissa's mum may have pulled some strings to get him removed. On March 29, Froggy said that he was asked to return $15,000 that Creator Clash gave him in advance for training for the boxing event. He wrote, "Now I've been threatened with a potential lawsuit if I spoke about this entire mess, and demanding the $15,000 I used for training, equipment, travel, etc. over the last 5 months. Unbelievable. Is this for charity or what's going on?" One of the commentators on Creator Clash 2 even chimed in at the time, Charlie from Moist Critical, saying, "I'm really disappointed by this. Kicking him off for Twitter controversy after months of training is brutal. I don't think any jokes he made were intended to be mean-spirited or shit on anyone. Hopefully they reconsider this decision." Spoiler alert, they didn't reinstate him at all. Froggy wrote back to Charlie saying, "Thank you for the support, Charlie. Thank you for having me on the podcast as well." Weeks after the event, on May 3rd, iDubbbz dropped a 26-minute video, which could be summed up by him saying he got his feelings hurt about Sam Hyde comments about his wife, and thus he and Anissa made the decision to pull Froggy from the event.
I don't think Froggy is doing Sam Hyde's dirty work by, shit-talking Anissa. I think it's just pretty clear that he holds similar opinions to Sam Hyde and similar opinions to Sam Hyde fans, which is like, you're just gonna repeat the shit that your hero is saying.
I'm sending this to Anissa's OnlyFans. It goes directly into charity.
Yeah.
Her anal bead package came out, and it was $100 to look at pictures of her with anal beads.
I think they give away like OnlyFans girls there. Like you get to own some of these girls. They get to like lease one of these girls.
iDubbbz also disputed claims from Froggy that iDubbbz and Anissa were going to take legal action to have the $15,000 returned to them.
By the way, we weren't suing Froggy. We have no interest in going to court over $15,000. We wanted that $15,000 back, but he wasn't giving it to us. So we have to leave it at that. We're not suing him.
Days later, Froggy dropped the legal letter sent to him from Creator Clash, where in it says, "Creator Clash previously advanced you $15,000 for training expenses in connection with the event, which advance Creator Clash is entitled to be refunded in full due to your material breach of the bout agreement. Creator Clash will agree to release any claims with respect to the advance and any damages that Creator Clash may have suffered due to your material breach, in consideration for your signing the non-disparagement agreement attached hereto. If you are in agreement with this proposed release, please execute and return the non-disparagement agreement no later than 5 PM Eastern on March 27th, 2023. If you fail to return the enclosed acknowledgement by the specified date, Creator Clash shall seek all remedies available to it at law and equity due to your material breach of the bout agreement, including without limitation seeking punitive and consequential damages." That to me sounds like a legal threat. Less than 2 hours later, Anissa tweeted this response. "I want to clarify something. We pay each fighter a purse of $20K for fighting in the event, which is awarded net $30 after you complete your fight. We came up with that money because it will guarantee cover training costs so no one is losing money doing it. It's not literally for training. Most fighters pay for training and get their fighter's purse for fighting like any other fight contract. Sometimes we lend money in good faith when someone can afford to train to the level we desire. That's us advancing their purse. We do not pay for training. Not excited for whatever comments show up on this thread, but I want to make it clear the $20K is payment for completing the contract and fighting. We don't pay for training, we advance in good faith." Riley replied, Why don't you just address that Ian lied about not threatening to sue? We all just saw the gag order sent to Froggy Fresh. Aneesa says he did not lie. He said we aren't going to sue him and we were never planning on suing him, which is true.
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
It's very normal for a lawyer to write out what's within legal rights as a company due to contract breach. No one's suing him. He's keeping that money. Ashes responded, I don't care. You stole someone else's opportunity to make money and to give money to charity. Over a joke. You don't know the value of $1 anymore. Willie Mac Show, the GOAT, screenshotted her tweets and replied with, imagine trying to sue a guy for money he's used for training and trying to get it back on a loophole. Aneesa responded to him, sign an NDA, keep the $15K that isn't yours. That was the offer. He wasn't interested. We didn't pursue any further, nor were we ever planning to. That's it. Willie Mac says, I'm guessing the NDA is so he doesn't express discontent for being kicked off? Sam responded to Willie Mac, or maybe so it doesn't affect a charity event, because, you know, whether you like them or not, the money is going to charity, and that's all you're hurting with a dumb fake outrage and boycotts. Hikaru wrote back, then maybe you should have let Froggy box like he'd let Sam Hyde help the epic mealtime guy. This has been explained so many times and people refuse to listen. Sam Hyde was not nearly as much of an issue in Creator Clash 1. He then started harassing Ian and Aneesa on stream constantly, thus getting us to where we are now. And then that thread just devolves into an argument over whether Sam Hyde is a Nazi. Just your average time on Twitter. Also making the rounds, Mr. Beast has uploaded a video where he has cured the deafness of 1,000 deaf people, and he's already getting hate. But to be honest, no, I don't even know if he's getting hate. I didn't even check. I'm just taking a wild stab at the dark with that one, that there's a pretty good chance I'm right without even checking that one. That's all for today, and if you like what you're seeing here, click the subscribe button, like button, and have a good one.